something about your inner heart.
Yes. That's true.
Amen. When the
Amen.
men take and open up their collars and show the hairs on their chests,
All right.
they're telling you something. Amen. You lose your focus.
Yeah. Tell it.
When women sit down in front of you and cross their legs with their dresses up high, she's telling you something. Amen.
All right.
How we doing, church? Your heart is deceitful. You're saying don't touch, but in your dress, you're saying something different.
All right.
You see how deceitful the heart is?
Yes.
Amen. It is desperately wicked. Amen. Who can know it? God says, I know it. And then I'm going to reveal it to the preacher that he might preach it. Pull your dresses down.
Yes.
Back in the 70s when they were pulling them up, Elder James Taylor stood in the pulpit and told them that if you ain't selling fish, take the sign down.
All
And
right.
they just thought that was so harsh.
All right.
Amen. What you selling? You selling flesh? The Arabic women cover up everything just about. You know, sometimes I think they go to a little extreme, but that's their custom. They cover it all up. Cover the head up. Long dresses down to the ground.
Yeah.
Amen. The only one that sees their nakedness is God and the husband. And that's the way it's supposed to be.
All right.
You ain't supposed to be out there in the open and showing off everything you got.
Yeah.
How we doing, church?
Amen.
Oh, the heart is deceitful. Amen. You'd be surprised at what's going on, amen, behind closed doors. But out in the open, people got all kinds of sanctimonious. Oh, they can jump, they shout like Elder Thomas say, you can jump inside. Just make sure that when you hit the floor, you live right.
Yeah. That's it.
One way in church, another person out of church. Ought not to be.
Amen.
The way you are in church is the way you ought to be out of church.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
I like it when I walked up on a brother and I kept going, you know, purposely I just brushed into him and kept on walking. He said, come back, brother. I said, you walk like a saint. And he hadn't seen me in a couple of months or so, or 6 months or whatever it was. I just happened to go to Washington, D.C. for him. He was down there on the shelf putting things. He was in the grocery store putting things on the shelf. And I said, yeah, there he is. And I just walked past him, just brushed and kept on walking like this with my back to him. He said, come on back, brother. I said, you walk like a saint. Now, if I'd had my pants drooping,
All right.
amen, walking around, pulling them up, all between your legs, grabbing your, you know,
Yeah. All right.
what are you saying? The heart, amen,
Yeah.
is deceitful above all things. It is desperately wicked. That's why David said, Lord, give me a clean heart.
Yes.
Take out that old stony heart and give me a clean heart.
Amen.
Amen. How we doing, church? And some people are hard. They are determined they're going to do it their way regardless.
Yes.
And it's going to take God to break them down. And one way that God can break them down is he takes his hand off you and lets Satan have you.
All right.
And when Satan get finished with you, you'll come running to God.
Yeah. Amen.
Lord, please, I don't want that to ever happen to me again.
That's it.
Amen. Listen, whose adorning let it not be the outward adorning of the plaiting of the hair and of wearing of pearl, gold, putting on a pearl, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, what?
And that which is not corruptible.
Not corruptible, even the ornament of a what?
A meek and quiet.
And quiet.
Spirit.
Spirit. Oh, Lord. Pastor, you're going to have to pray for me on that one. Mm-hmm. Amen.
Yeah.
You're going to have to pray for me on that one because meek and quiet, you know, and I put that on a couple that I married up there in the country one day. And every time I see her, I ask the husband, I said, she big? She said, I'm still working on that one, brother.
All right.
Meek and quiet spirit. Meek and quiet spirit. See, Moses was a meek man. Amen. And the people just sort of ran all over top of him. See, but there was Aaron there. And then Miriam took it upon herself that she's going to speak against Moses. And God struck her with a disease, whereas she was consuming away on her flesh. Right on the bones was consuming. And Moses had to get between destruction and God. He said, Lord, hold on, heal her now.
Yes.
She was consuming so that Moses said, heal her now.
Yes.
And if he hadn't have been a humble person,
that's right.
He would have allowed her to just go right on and consume on the flesh. You got to be careful at this little thing right here.
That's right.
This little bitty member right here.
Amen.
It's so small, but it's so destructive. The heart is also deceitful. Above all things, desperately wicked. You can look at people and say, oh, they are a lovely couple. Just follow them on home. Amen. Watch how things go at home. Amen. When you're in the privacy of your own house. As one sister told me, say, us women rule our husbands. I said, now where'd you get off on that at?
All right. Not in the scripture.
Oh, what you got? Go to Genesis. Third chapter. The reason why God implicates any rule is because of transgressions. Amen? The reason why God institutes any rules is because of transgressions. For instance, you've heard me say this before. Long Hill Road going down out past Lafayette used to be 55 miles an hour.
Yeah.
55 miles per hour. Until a carload of kids got killed out there. Am I right, Elmar? And they broke the speed limit down to 45 and put a police officer out there to make sure that people abide by the law. So the law was instituted because of transgressions.
Yes.
You see, Eve had freedom. And she took it upon herself because she had freedom to act alone. And it caused sin to be upon the whole world.
Yes.
And God said, I'm going to fix this.
Yeah.
Unto the woman, 16th verse says what?
Unto the woman he said,
read.
I will greatly multiply thy
I'm going to greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. And every woman who have had a child that is sitting in here right now, tell me how pleasurable having a child is. Is it? I don't think so. If you won't say it, I've seen my wife in labor for 7 hours, amen, pulling down curtains.
7 times.
Squeezing my hand, so I'm telling you, turn my hand loose, cutting the blood off. The agony and the pain of having a child.
All right.